it's not like you're kissing someone at a disco. Do you know, there's like a lot of other things on your mind besides.
So you weren't thinking, I'm kissing Brad Pitt?
No,
It strikes me as was no big deal.
It was more like, how long do you want the kiss to be? 3 seconds. Okay, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
So I'm honoured to be moderating a conversation with Kerry Condon, who stars alongside superstar legend Brad Pitt in the fast-paced, globe-trotting F1, which took us behind the scenes of a Formula One team battling for supremacy on the racetrack. Kerry won a BAFTA and received an Oscar nomination for her role in The Banshees of Inisherin. And in F1, she's in the driving seat as the technical director for a fictional Formula One team. Please help me welcome Kerry to discuss all things racing cars and some things that happened off the track. If you go there, please, Kerry. Thank you very much. C'est à vous. And before we get down to it, let's have a look at a clip from the film.
Apex GP, Sonny Hayes. He raced with me back in the day.
Against you mean?
Yeah. Ken McKenna, our technical director. Dutch Dauda, our chief mechanic. And Kaspar Smolinski, team principal. You may know him by reputation.
5-time Constructors champion with Ferrari. Huh. As a real jackman.
So is my pop. Can't win without him.
And our talented rookie, Joshua.
Why has he got a helmet?
Safety?
Joshua, your seat is safe, okay? Sonny's here for the audition.
When was the last time you won a race?
Sunday, Daytona?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula One.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
Sidebar, bitte, Ruben. When I interview with you, many veteran drivers...
Yeah, who all turned you down?
How many?
7.
That's a lot.
I'm number 7?
You're 8.
This is a disaster.
Starting to feel more like a 9.
And technically, there is one who I've not heard from yet.
So I am a 9.
You know how numbers work, right?
In business, my most inspired ideas come late.
Yeah, best things in life usually arrive ninth, right?
With respect, Ruben, I cannot condone we spend our only test day giving your long-lost teammate an audition.
Kaspar, you misunderstand. We're not auditioning him. He's auditioning us.
So, Kerry, in a way, you're in charge in this movie because you're the technical director. You're the boss lady, right?
Well, in F1 world, it actually would be Casper is really the one in charge, but in real life, I suppose. I know I wasn't in charge in real life. It was a real, we were all, there wasn't really anyone in charge. Even Brad wasn't. We were all just kind of helping each other out and giving each other time.
Oh, cool. I love all the stuff in the movie about that, you've got 500th of a second and pressure gauges and wind velocity and all that stuff. I mean, forgive me, did you have to study all that stuff?
A little bit, yeah. So luckily, there was a lady who worked for F1 in real life and was a strategist in real life called Bernie Collins, and she helped me. And she was from Ireland too, which was really, it was great because I just kind of followed her career and where she went to college, and in my head kind of thought if I had done that, it wasn't such a stretch for me to think about if that had been me. But it was really trying to sell it in a really natural way, but then in a way that the audience kind of understands what I'm talking about. So it was walking a fine line, making it sound natural, but so people would understand.
Well, he made me understand, which is
Good.
a big thing, believe me. But tell me, because, did you have the globe trot? Because, the film went around the globe, right? Around the world.
Oh, it was really, yeah.
What was that like?
It was great. Are you joking? We got to go all over the world. We got to go to Abu Dhabi twice. We got to go to Las Vegas, Italy, Belgium. It was, yeah. And so we all really bonded, the crew and the actors. And it was 2 years on and off. So it was very kind of upsetting when it ended because it was fairly sad saying goodbye to everybody. It had been such a long time together.
And have you kept in touch? Did Brad give you a number to sort of call?
Everyone asks me, did Brad give me his number? You listen, like it's weird. We're in touch now because we're promoting the movie, Irving. But obviously, like when you finish something, you kind of have to walk away a little bit because you have to kind of clean the slate for the next job. It's the same as like people say, "Oh, are you into F1?" I'm like, I mean, I'd be kind of going to an F1 race now. I'd be like, "Where's the crew?" Wouldn't. It would be weird. I have to kind of walk away when I finish a job a little bit. Yeah.
But can you change a tyre?
I can change a tyre, and I'm a great driver, I have to say. Even though the boys are probably like, shut up, she's not a great driver. But yeah, I honestly, physics and maths were my worst subjects in school. So when I was learning about it, I did have my limits with the physics aspect of it. It's very technical, and it's not something I would be good at in real life. It's just so technical. But I admired it, you know.
You know, you do get to deliver Brad Pitt's character some bitter pills, don't you? I mean, there's this line that I love when you're in the bar, I think, and you go, you know, Sonny Hayes wasn't a has-been, he's a never was. I mean, what was it like having to deliver that? And how did you get it past Brad?
Yeah, so that was very early on in the shoot, like the beginning of the shoot, and before we shot that scene, it was Silverstone weekend, and we had shot at Silverstone, and it was a big high. Everyone went out, and I was like, I'm not going out because I've got that big scene with Brad on Tuesday. Like, there's no way I'm hitting the town. So I laid low because I knew I had that scene coming up, and it was a really big scene, and I knew I wanted to kind of like prove why I got the job. The biggest thing for me in that pub scene was when I pick up the pint, I was like, don't shake the pint, don't shake the pint. You know, that like that would give away that I was like nervous. I was like, just pick it up. And so that was on my mind a lot. And then I suppose it was, Joe said the more takes we did, the kind of meaner I got, which I was surprised at. I was like, I don't think I was that mean to him. And so a lot of the cut that you see was the first take, because I went in going, I have to like be great because I don't want to. The strike happened like the next day, the actors' strike. So a part of me was like, I could get recast if I don't do this good.
Oh wow!
I mean, you could, you know. It's stranger things have happened, you know.
Yeah. So, but did you and Brad, were the rehearsals where that sort of, you know, because like I cover theatre as well, and sometimes people say to me, if I'm going to do a mean scene, you know, I just go up to the actor and say, I don't mean it. And did you have to say to Brad, I don't mean any of this?
No, the wages he's on, he can handle it. No, I'm not worrying about him, I'm worrying about me. No, I didn't at all. No, we did rehearse though. Joe, like our director, was so prepared. I mean, like we were really able to have fun because we had prepared so much. So by the time we did come to shoot with the real races, because a lot of it was shot live with real F1 races, it was fun because we had it prepared so much. So we did practice the pub scene. And funnily enough, when we practiced the pub scene in the rehearsals, the table was kind of rickety. Do you know when you have to put in a little thing to fix it? And then when we shot it in real life, the table was rickety as well. I mean, I just thought it was kind of a sign that like, oh, isn't that interesting? You know, meant to be or something. So Joe, yes, was all about rehearsals, but not so much a performance rehearsal, really just more a kind of a, do you have everything you need to pull this off? Like, does your headset, you know, feel comfortable? Can you hear everything? And he really made you feel, and the AD department was, I mean, Toby should be given like a Nobel Prize or something. He was so intelligent and helped everybody.
I mean, it's a great team. You know, there's a great team on screen and then off screen.
Yeah.
You know, so I can imagine, you know, there's caravans of people going around the globe.
And the logistics, I mean, just the logistics of shooting it. Like, the call sheet on the real race days would be like 3:58, you know, in position on the pit wall, 4:02, Brad and the car. And so it was very, Joe did say when I got the job, like, if, you know, the theatre background will help because there's a live aspect to this. But you couldn't be like, can I go to my trailer? I just want to, like, you know, brush my teeth. Or it was like, you have got to be ready at 3. There's nobody waiting for you. Like, we have got these windows and we can't. And then also when you'd be on the pit wall, you couldn't get a hair or makeup check or things like that. So he kind of loved the non-princessy vibe, you know, because it was like, we can't be thinking about that. You have got to just not be thinking about that. We haven't time.
Because of course this was going on, the Formula One races were going on for real.
Yeah.
So they couldn't reshoot them.
Yeah. It was crazy. And like, we'd be doing those scenes on the pit wall, and then sometimes like the real drivers would be lining up, like literally, like, I'm not even joking, where that chair is would be like the real car. And so we'd have the cans on to shoot the scene, and then the ADs would like try and make me embarrassed and be like, Kerry, Lewis is like right behind you. So I'd blush and be like, oh. Yeah.
So did you sort of hang out with Lewis Hamilton?
Everyone says that too, and that's another thing. Because, you know, because we were filming, I felt like we were a guest of Formula One, and we were. You know, we were like a film crew infiltrating their actual job. So I did not, you know, hang out, and you know, I was very like, went in, did my job, and got out of there because I didn't want to be distracting. I didn't want to be annoying, and they were trying to win races and stuff. So, you know, I wasn't looking for a date. Wasn't really on my mind.
Which does bring me to Sunny, because, you know, sort of, you know, you and the scenes with Kate and Sunny.
Yes.
Sort of, they're professional until they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, which is lovely, because, you know, a lot of people go, God, that was so, you know, bad that there's romance and she should have been the technique. And I'm like, Janie, what's wrong with romance? Do you know, like, why is that a bad thing? So yeah, those were interesting, because when we did the Vegas balcony scene, which is supposed to be like after they've slept together, we had been on a break for 2 months. So it was like, I did another movie in that 2 months. And then it was like, yeah, and then it was like Vegas, oh, hi, hello. And okay, now act like you just slept together. Let's go. Like, it was quite, you know, it wasn't easy. And the balcony was freezing as well. Vegas was freezing. My teeth were kind of like chattering the whole time. So those had their challenges. You know what I mean? Everyone, you know, it's not like you're kissing someone at a disco. Do you know, there's like a lot of other things on your mind besides.
So you weren't thinking, I'm kissing Brad Pitt?
No, I was like.
It strikes me as was no big deal.
It was more like, how long do you want the kiss to be? 3 seconds. Okay, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
So you were counting as you were.
I mean, I wasn't, but I did have to know. And then, you know, there's all these technical things, because when a camera is very close, you can't look sloppy. The kiss, you know, you have to be. It's very technical, you know. Like, it's not. And also, like, come on, you know, I'm a professional actress. It's not like I'm in it for the, you know, which act.
And let's move along. And
Thank you.
did you, I mean, you know, all those cars, was there a moment where you hopped in one of the cars yourself to give it a test run? Were you allowed to?
I would have ruffled a lot of feathers if I started showing off how good a driver I was. So I was like, no. The boys were so competitive about the driving, and I left that to them, because I had my own stuff to be doing, like my own stuff to learn and everything. But after the fact, I did go and drive at a Porsche. You know, at the beginning of the movie, there's the cool Porsche. So that would be more my vibe, because those, you have to learn how to drive those Formula 2 cars, and, you know, like, they're not even like a real car. So I wouldn't even know how to drive them. No, I kind of stayed away from all of that. I didn't even watch them shooting that stuff.
But it's a big, great, kick-ass movie. And the thing I loved about F1, though, is that, you know, it's a big blockbuster and it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we need that.
Yeah, I know. And sort of like the underdog kind of thing, you know, like people, like the losing team and the losing team winning, like all of those kind of things make you feel good. And there's an escapism element to it. And then the music was amazing, like all the music, all the different, that was fascinating, learning like how to sell a massive movie, you know, and getting different singers and their demographic, you know, and then that attracts different audience and stuff. And then I was like, God, I can see why the bigger the budget, the more exciting it is when it opens, because it's like gambling really big in Vegas. You know, you're like 200 million. Oh my God, we have to really like make a lot of money to make this back. So I could see the high of big budget movies, but at the same time, it didn't feel like there wasn't a pressure. Like, it was probably the most fun I've ever had on a movie. I don't think Joe ever projected like any stress onto any of us. He was always like, just have fun, just give me options, just have fun. And I remember at the time thinking like, gosh, this is weird, like we're just having fun all the time. And then when you watch it, he totally captured
it is a fun
fun.
movie to watch.
Yeah. So by having everyone relaxed, I think you can kind of see it on the screen.
Yeah. And just quickly before we go, you've been shooting a film playing a character out of history, Kay Summersby.
Yes, that's what I did before the balcony scene.
Oh, that in the 2 months?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me quickly about that. That's called what? What's the name of that?
That's called Pressure.
And that's set during World War I, and Kay Summersby was Dwight Eisenhower's...
Right-hand woman, I guess?
bit more than that, maybe. But
Yeah, well, so they say, yeah. We don't know. Yeah, that was good. That was really interesting, actually. All about like the weather, determining D-Day, and all of that. And it's funny though. Again, like cleaning the slate. You know, I don't really remember. The only thing I remember from that job is the wig and how long that took every morning. So when I promote that movie, I'll have to go back, read the script, look at the notes, because you move on. Like it's very hard to explain. It's almost like you don't remember doing it, because you're in the moment when you're doing it, and so it's almost like this blackout kind of a feeling. So it's hard to remember, but I remembered the wig.
yeah, I don't have to worry about that. But what next for you?
So funnily enough, I actually took time off after when we finished F1 in December. I took some time off because, you know, I just don't want to be, first of all, overexposed, because I find that, I just don't want to be over. And then also because I was very tired, you know, and I didn't want to burn out a bit. So I haven't done anything. I mean, I have horses, so I did things like with my life or whatever, but I haven't filmed anything, and it was lovely to live my life and learn about life, so I have some experience to draw on in another job.
And you just had a nice little reunion with Colin Felber.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and please...
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Kerry Condon, ladies and gentlemen.